Hello, Casper Grube. Your proper self. Casper Car Grube. He was a developer that built software for a defense contractor and accidentally pushed the wrong buttons, leading to a missile getting launched and killing several persons. Well, if it only killed several people, it's an okay missile. It could have been way worse. If you launched a missile, it could have been way worse. Let's get one of these guards to go and pay some attention to Grube, as he is now destroying yet another cell. Zap him. After you curse. Yes, curse and then zap. That's great. That's what we need. That's what everyone should be doing. Cursing and then zapping. Let's get this running. Let's get this running. All this needs to be running. I want to expand. I really do. I want to expand. I have plans for this area right here, but I just don't have the money. It's going to cost me like 100 grand to do what I want to do in this area. Like, I don't have to spend it right away, but it's gonna cost me like 100 grand over time, and I don't want to start that when I'm in debt by 50K. I wonder though, if I take an extra 25 grand, would that give me enough resources to be able to handle 25 more maximum security prisoners? Can I expand 25 more cells? I'm not sure where the cells would go though. This area over here is not all cells. This area here is cells, but not, this area wasn't gonna be cells. How about going for a small prison, the 120 prisoners, but only 25 guards? Well, I can't take the, I mean, I could do that now, but it'd be really hard to do that now. For one, I don't have the capacity to take any more grants. So like I need to do cell block 4 and get the prisoner capacity to 200, and then I can look at that. I have to have it active like that though for a certain amount of time. I have no idea how much time it's gonna take, but it's gonna be super hard, especially as we're transitioning to maximum security. I basically have to have like 3 guards with these guys, like I'll probably put 10 with these guys, 10 with these guys, and then the other 5, yeah, it's 25 guards. And then does it count like dogs and stuff as guards? I guess on the plus side though, I'd be able to have a pretty good money flow at that point. There will at least be that. Still not gonna activate any of these programs, they just cost me money. I need things that make me money. Bookkeeping, I think bookkeeping pays me. It's $100 per session, but I can train people to make me money. It's only $100 per session. Can we get people in the bookkeeping class? With these programs going full blast though, I'm thinking we'll take a lockdown, I suppose. A full blast lockdown, how about that? At least we get some people in here working. Lockdown sucks though. 11:15 is about when it happens, so we'll do it at 1:15. We'll lift it up. Think about the money you could save by not having so many guards. Correct. I would save a lot of money. I just worry that the prison would be catastrophically dangerous at the same time. Which is, I mean, I'm planning on doing it. I just have to raise the capacity to 200. Unless we can keep programs open long enough for people to pass alcoholics group therapy, and then I can get that grant slot. It's mostly about the slot, not so much the money. Like the grant slot is really expensive. I can decrease this one to take down the loan a little bit. Get rid of the lockdown, it's 11:15 or 1:15. And then the other matter of it is, like, how long do I have to sit in that state? And then what is the chat going to do to me when I'm sitting in that state, right? That's the other thing that I have to look at and consider. Charlie should try the old drain, shower, toilet combo all in one tile so you don't have to run so many small pipes. Shower, drain, toilet, all in the same tile. It's more of a cosmetic decision to do it this way, but it's not half bad as an idea. Because one takes up a floor slot, one takes up above floor slot, and one takes up a ceiling slot. And then I think, does the radiator fit there too? Because that's a wall slot. Or is that the, no, that might be a tile slot. I think that's still, that's the same slot as the toilet takes up, I think. It's an idea. The way I have it now is more of a aesthetic preference, but it's certainly not efficient. And with the price of pipes, you have a point. The price of pipes has been increased like 10 times. 5 times. All the pipes are 5 times more expensive, so it does make sense. Chase him down! Get him! Get him! Bite his head off! I have 17K. You know what that means? Probably should expand up here. Make more cells. Can do that. I'm just lurking here. You're at a certain point in the game where I'm just confused is all. So sitting here listening to radio voice, hope all is well. If you have questions, I'm open to it. Like, lay into me, you know. Whatever would help you understand what's happening. Do you have prisoners released by the time their sentence is done, or are they all there for their life? Oh, no, they're released when their sentence is done. In fact, you can get released early on parole too, and I get a bonus if they're released on parole. So there's a motivation for me to try to reform them, to get them to work, get them to participate in programs, to get them educated. It's because all that type of stuff. And it's sort of derived sort of like real world experience, right? If you're higher educated, if you have more work experience, you're a more productive member of society, whatever, when you get released, you're less likely to recommit. I mean, the more education you have, the less likely you are to commit violent crimes. So there's a motivation for me to pay money to educate them because it lowers their reoffending chance. So like this guy, he's served 15.9 years right now. I think it's 0.1 years every day in game. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong on that, but he's served 15.9 years. And this is a red area. It's kind of hard to see it because he's right on the cusp of this blue area. But the blue area is where he's eligible for parole. So he's got a 32-year sentence, but he's eligible for parole pretty quick here. Prison grading says he has an estimated chance of reoffending is 21% right now. Based on how much punishment I've given him, how much reform programs he's participated in. This guy here, he's passed an easy program. So that's cool. He's 19% of his stay was spent during reform programs, so that's pretty good. Great security. He feels very safe here. Health is pretty neutral. So he's got a 21% chance of reoffending. In my prison settings, I have it set to 23% cutoff. I can adjust this, but with a 23% cutoff, it means that if he goes for a parole hearing tomorrow, he will get out early, and I'll get like $2,000 or something, right? So that's kind of nice. If I lower this to 20%, then he will not get parole because his percentage is higher than that. Some of these guys, though, like have stupid high chances to reoffend. Like this guy's 47, so he's not getting out yet. I could get him out early. He's got a little bit of time left in his sentence, though. You can kind of see it says 4.7 years. So he's going to serve the red area. He will be here for this period of time. And then once it hits the blue, he served 50% of his sentence. Then he's eligible for parole. So if I can somehow get him involved in reform programs or increase his health somehow, if I can somehow get this guy to participate in things and up this reform rating, it will lower the percentage. And if I can lower it below 23 before it gets to this blue, then he'll be eligible for parole early. He'll get out, maybe not reoffend. It's a 1 in 5 chance-ish. 1 in 4 chance is closer, actually. So 23% chance he'll reoffend. But if he gets out early, I'll get money. I get early prisoner release money. Oh, these cells are getting done. Yeah, that's good. Are they still marked as cells? Oh, yeah. As they install the toilets, then they become available. So 166, 167, 168. So I need to come up with 32 cells. 22. Yeah, I can build 22 cells out of 25 grand, right? Because it lets me get 2 things. If I get to 200, it lets me do 2 things. One, I satisfy this grant, so I get the $20,000 completion bonus. But then I also get to do Like, Parole 3, for example, has a $30,000 advance with a $70,000 completion bonus. And I'm pretty sure I've put enough people on parole. But my overall free offending rate isn't below 10%. Ick. This one would work, though. Release 200 prisoners. Have I released 200? No, I've released 100, right? Paroled early is 104. Okay, so how does the rules work, chat? So you guys told me to intake today. That's why we're doing 5. And it says in the rules for that command, it says that I increase whatever I had by 5 and then I lock that in. Based on locking it in, that tells me I can't bring more than 5. It has to be 5. Take a loan, cancel a grant, then take a better grant? No, I don't need to cancel a grant. Because then I get the penalty. I might as well just do it. Like, I can get these 2 things. These 2 things can happen as long as there is enough time. As long as there's enough time, there are people who will pass those things. I'm okay with it. So I think I'm going to take the grant. Let's kill this intake here. Take the grant and then expand prison capacity. I'm thinking of coming down here with it. Make this, now that I put the power here though, I kind of regret putting the power here now. Okay, this won't be able to be a yard anymore. It's gonna have to be something else. This was gonna be a yard initially. It's gonna have to be something else. It's gonna have to be more cells. We can make this the yard. This is an okay yard. We can make this the yard. It's guarded by a sniper tower, right? I think, well, maybe not. It can only see it here, though. Not sure they're gonna be able to climb. They climb these, right? Can't they climb the perimeter walls, too? I wanna say building this and then just outputting with cells doesn't get me enough cells. How many did I fit in here? 7. This is 6, 12, 19. It's close. It's pretty close. I think it'll work. It's close, chat. Let's do it. 25K. Slow it down. Building increase. Oh, one added thing for anyone's coming in is like, oh, this is interesting. It's also a no pause run. I don't know if you noticed that, but there's no pausing in loud. We'll build this out. We might as well just... We might as well build all the way up to this wall, honestly. We might as well build this all the way out to this fence, honestly. This gives me an extra cell, actually, so I will do that. Okay, we'll expand it this way. This gives me an extra cell. Probably could get rid of this border wall here. And then I would have room for another set of cells here. I kind of like the blocks being separated, though. Because if somebody claims that a block is restricted and I can't go into a cell block, I need to be able to, like, section things off so to minimize the impact. Because a lot of my design choices are also... thinking about what the chat can do to me with the interactive commands that are in place. Hey, can you hit him in the face with your, hit him in the face! How is he not punished? Punish him! He attacked people. He tried to attack the lawyer. Because he just had a parole hearing. He didn't pass because his reoffending chance is 66%. So he didn't pass. So he's a little mad about not passing. He decided to throw a tantrum. He's also a gang member. So that's fun. What does my gangs look like right now? 4, 5, and 5 on this. And blue has 1 kill. Ever had a full-blown prison riot in the game? Yeah. Yeah, plenty of times. It's really fun. So fun to deal with. It gets suppressed pretty quickly. It gets taken out pretty quickly. Come on, finish the building. Hopefully this wall goes away too. I don't think it will. I think the wall stays, unfortunately, but that's okay. Can you build it? Yes, you can. This wall went away, but this one did not. Yeah, that's because of how I built it. Okay, so we need the fence here to be a wall. Same thing with that. And now I just need cells to be put in here. So let's just start with a copy tool and go to town on this. We don't have a whole lot of time. Are you guys enjoying the Divinity streams? I know the vast majority of people who watch this obviously don't watch that. I really wish they'd give it a chance, though. I think a lot of them will just look at it and go, that's not Prison Architect, and they won't watch. But maybe they do. Maybe they do try it, and it's just not their type of game. That's a very legit thing, too. I don't fault them for that. But if you haven't given it a chance yet, though, you really should. I just think you really should. You actually don't even need it to be a closed room. You know? You can just make this a common area. A common area with some fun stuff in here. Pass the time, relaxation, you know? Place for them to hang out. You know? I think so. Just give them something good. Just give them a cool place to hang out. Let's put a radiator down as well. I think here. We're gonna want to give them probably a pool table. That's cool. Let's give them some arcades. Just pass the time. But I think a big thing that they're gonna want is probably gonna be phones. So we'll give them a bunch of phones over here too. And then I think some weight benches maybe? Like maybe off in the corner back here in case they want to lift too. A television, is that something I want to give them? Maybe we do the arcades back here. And then we can do the television over here. Big screen, like right here. That's not bad. I can dig that. And then a bunch of chairs. They could just chill and watch the TV if they want to. Right? I'm down with that. Like a little nook for them, you know? Yeah. Little common room area. I like it. People have been complaining about Charlie drawing too many planning lines. Then he does it less and people start complaining about him not doing it. I mean, yeah, you can't... I haven't heard many people complain about the planning lines. I have heard people get triggered about the lack of symmetry. Like, I don't like symmetry. Like, look at these lines. Like, this does not end where this ends. It does end where this one ends, though. But, you know, it doesn't end. And then this one is still on line with that. But then it doesn't pair up here. And then this also comes back this way. It's not like a solid line here. I don't like symmetry. I like things to be interesting. Like, look at this area. Like, these two line up, but this doesn't line up with this wall, and then you get this little thing that's like jutted into here, little tiny wall sticking out there, you know? I've heard people complain about the symmetry. Also, like, the lack of planning. I have it up here, but then I have to adjust and change. Like right now, I had to adjust everything and change it. $7,000. That's all I got left is 7K. Don't you have tiny cells? Oh, shit. 733. Ick! Nope, taking another 25K. I can't have that happen. I cannot lose. I cannot run out of funds. Let's, we can make another prison right here. One more cell right here. We can make one more cell. Where is it? Copy tool, please. We're getting good exports there. That's good. Like that. That's the one extra cell I needed. Yeah, that'll work. Let's hire a couple more workmen just to kind of get this rolling a little bit faster. And as soon as those cells are done, the prisoner capacity should reach like 190, hopefully at least. And then I can turn the holding cell into a dorm. Satisfy the grant, take the advance on the release grant, pay back 2 instances of the loan. Hopefully the grant gets completed and then the rest of the loan plus a lot is paid off. So, That'll be all right. We're trying it. Prisoner capacity is also a big holding cell with lots of beds. I mean, the holding cell, this doesn't count for capacity. This right here doesn't count for capacity. So it's kind of somebody just claimed chat reset.
The good news is you're fired.
That's actually really helpful, thanks. It's really, really helpful. Okay then, well, I don't have to fire anyone, so that's good. If you're not familiar with how the thing works, chat reset makes me immune to. Not only does it reverse all the effects that are on the prison currently, but it makes me immune to everything for 5 minutes. So if you're gonna claim chat reset and then you're gonna claim fired, I don't have to fire anybody. So this is a good way to help. Another way to be very helpful for me, right, is to claim chat reset and then just like everyone just starts claiming all the things that are not on cooldown, and then they're all nullified, but they're all gonna be nullified except the cooldowns on those remain on. So there is 1 hour remaining in the fired thing now because the cooldowns stay. And no, you don't get a refund. That's the thing. The cooldown stays. 27K now in money. Since we're increasing prisoner capacity, we can also intake. So let's grab 15. Let's grab 15 of these fools. Oh, he's trying to escape. Oh, we got a mass escape attempt? Is that what this is? Gonna get shot. I tried to tell you. Oh, go for it, buddy. Go for it. Yeah, go for it. You try it. Go for it. Yeah, that's right. Ear stopped as well. See that? What a bunch of silly billies. I love it. That's great. That's really great. Let's tear down this wall because it's not needed. We can add more cells in this area too, because once this wall's torn down, we can put more cells here too. Minecraft was trying to get me to fire that armed guard. He's trying. The one armed guard that's been bugging Jalmer the whole time. I hate that. Get that guy out of here. That one guy. I keep him around really just for you, Jalmer. I keep the guy around just because of you. Because you're just like, oh, I hate him. Perfect reason for me to keep him around. Look at these guys trying to escape. There's some massive escape attempts happening here. It's because of this door. I think these two doors are to blame, to be honest. I think these two doors are to blame. I think if I had a less, I don't know, like the snipers are holding it down though. Like they're stopping everybody, right? All the escape attempts are all focused in this little area because it's wide open right here. You know? If this was closed, then they would try to dig. And then they dig to here, and then they try to walk up. Maybe that's better, actually. Because this is a lot of people. Sniper can only handle one at a time. So if you get like 4 or 5 people running through here at the same time, the snipers aren't going to be able to get all of them, I don't think. See, he's making a run for it now, too. He's making a run for it. Same thing as his buddies were doing before, right? He's going to come out here. He's gonna get stopped by the sniper like everybody else. Or he'll get hit by this hero guard. I think just to stop this madness, I'm gonna close this fence. Just to stop them from trying that. They can still dig to here, and they will. But like they're not really gonna dig. Like I guess they could dig to here, but then the sniper's still gonna get them, so. Bring it on, guys. I'm ready for you. Bring it on. Quick, clone tool. Let's clone this whole thing. And then we need to take away the CCTV camera and move it. It's in the way now. Clone tool on this one. Let's move it to here. We'll also move it to here. And then we also need to get rid of this wall. Why isn't this getting rid of? Demolish the wall. All right. Hey, common room's all done. That's nice. This should be staff only. Staff only. Staff only. All this is just out here. Staff only. Yep. Good. Everything's fine. Yeah. The big section now of the prison is just maximum security. I think it's time for big intakes. Let's go for 20. We have a 187 capacity now. I think once these cells get built, we'll have over capacity. You can just make this into, make the holding cell into a dormitory really quick. That will put us over the capacity that we need, and then we can go after the grants. We'll have a whole bunch of money and everything will be fine. And we'll go, yay, all the things are great. That's what we'll do.